We are proudly now partnered with MindLab Pro. This is a 100% naturally produced nootropic that is going to help you with energy, concentration, and focus, whether you're a sim racer, a gamer, or none of the above. This is going to be good for your cognitive health in all walks of life. So check them out. Link is in the description below. Enjoy the stream, everyone.
It's an omen.
We are proudly now partnered with MindLab Pro. This is a 100% naturally produced nootropic that is going to help you with energy, concentration, and focus, whether you're a sim racer, a gamer, or none of the above. This is going to be good for your cognitive health in all walks of life. So check them out. Link is in the description below. Enjoy the stream, everyone.
It's an omen.
We are proudly now partnered with MindLab Pro. This is a 100% naturally produced nootropic that is going to help you with energy, concentration, and focus, whether you're a sim racer, a gamer, or none of the above. This is going to be good for your cognitive health in all walks of life. So check them out. Link is in the description below. Enjoy the stream, everyone. Well, everyone, how's it going? Welcome to today's stream. We are back with more Project Motor Racing. So same kind of deal today. Remember, this is no way, no how, never will be an endorsement to buy this game. This is simply a review. We're going through it in its current state, checking out apparently they have like fixed the AI and stuff. So that should be amazing. We're going to experience that. No, just joking, because we already tried it yesterday, and they like totally didn't fix it. It just ignores you still. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep trugging through it. We're going to start to expose some of the other issues that the game has. Now you can actually drive it. Oh, AI is excellent, bro. Excellent. It's actually excellent at quarter paneling you and ignoring there's any sign of you actually there. But yeah, so there's another issue. Even on authentic, we're going to show you guys, once you make the pass, they're just gone. Like if you set the AI to like very passive in like Le Mans or Assetto Corsa Competizione, once you make that pass, they just dip. It's even worse here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep going. Our next event is Lexington without the chicane. We are rolling billboards, so we just get money no matter what. So let me give some shout outs here. I'm going to go empty the bladder and then we're going to get going. Desmond Rawins, thank you for tuning in. Max Immortal, Gentile, Agent Phil, Captain Phil is here. Let me just go empty my jizz wand, and we will be right back, everyone. Alrighty. Oh, I forgot my glasses, goddammit. Okay, now already. Forgot my glasses the first already. Okay, we are back. We are ready to go. So one thing I really wanted to touch on here before we get going is what I consider where like overhyping or overpromising, where that becomes false advertising. So before we start playing, this is something I want to talk about because I think it's somewhat important in the grand scheme of what has gone on here with this game. So they have stated multiple times, and there's no other way to misinterpret it, that this was going to be the benchmark for sim racing AI. This was going to be it. Like, this was the tits. It's nowhere near the best AI. It's not even good AI. And they're not backing down from that statement. People purchased the game based off that. This AI is nowhere near the best AI in sim racing. You can look at a game like iRacing, which has amazing AI. Even Le Mans is not bad. This is nowhere near that. And people bought this game based off of that statement and those multiple statements. That is not over-promising. That is not overhyping something. That is straight up fraud and deceptive practices. That's why I think these guys need to be sued. Regardless of what decent bit here or there may be in the game, because of what it represents, it has to be a suit. It has to be a lawsuit is what I'm trying to say, because this can't be the new precedent where you can just blatantly commit fraud and get away with it. That can't happen. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it here. We'll give some shout outs one last time. Wisdom is not bound by the messenger she uses, not Greg Jett, Sammy, Kenneth Naga, and Roman Skywalker. What's in your wallet? That sounds like something Ian Bell would say. So let's get to the race here. So we're going to be on Lexington. I don't think I've raced here yet in this game. I could be wrong. I feel like they were hoping that, like, I don't know how to even put this. They were hoping, like, the driving model, like the new force feedback, I think they were really hoping it was going to blow everyone's minds and they were just going to, like, go smooth brain and forget reality. But it's not that, because you guys didn't implement it in a way where it's going to have an immediate wow factor. All it had was an immediate, what the fuck is this garbage factor? And if you guys had have released it in another year and programmed force feedback profiles that were maybe 90% dialed in for every average wheel, every track, every car, maybe it could have had that wow factor, but you're still not going to make it to the point where people are just going to forget. I don't know what track this is, Phil. I've never driven here before. I don't recognize it at all. Is that what it is? Is this Mid-Ohio? Take a good look at it here before I start the race, because I'm not familiar with this track. I don't recognize. Oh, never mind. Okay, so again, force feedback, it's going to be in tire and chassis because that just makes the most sense. I might need to turn the game down just a bit here, guys. Oh, it is. It is. Phil has confirmed it. Because I don't know the tracks. Phil sim raced way more than me and has more knowledge of this stuff. This is not Lexington. It is Mid-Ohio. Okay, so we'll boost this a bit. Take the dampening off. Because every car has 3 dampening. It just numbs the... Like, there's so much retardedness in this that just made it hit. Like a piece of wet shit against a piece of, like, concrete on a wall somewhere. It hit like that because of just the dumbest decisions. So when you've, like, blatantly lied about your AI, people aren't going to overlook that because everything else sucks so hard. They're going to focus in on all the suck. They're not going to be like, oh, this is so good. We'll give this a bit of time. We'll give this a little bit of leeway. No, it's like, this sucks, so fuck all this, fuck that. And that's the way they've screwed themselves by such a shit launch. Okay, I don't know this track at all, boys. Oh, shit. Where am I going? Well, we definitely ain't going to be raking in no big purse here because I don't know what the shit I'm doing. And this is, like, supposed to be, like, real life, right? How come I can't buy track time and come to, like, practice weeks and stuff? I just show up and I get, like, 10 fucking minutes, 8 minutes of practice and then it's qualifier? This is supposed to be, like, real life, bro. How come I can't buy track time and show up at a weekend track day and then, oh, maybe I might not even get as much time as I paid for because it's just it works out like that sometimes. Okay, so that hill and then over here. I don't even know if this is an accurate scan of whatever the fuck I'm supposed to be racing on here. Oh, that's a little tighter than I thought it was going to be. Okay. I feel like that might be a bit of a faster corner. Hi, Mr. AI. Don't wreck my shit, please. Let's follow this dude. He'll show us how it's done. Oh, bro. Wait for me, dude. Holy shit. Fuck, that last one's tight. Okay, we gotta go back to the pit here and fix the force feedback because it's not doing us any favors here. Let's see how that do. So I think we're overfueled too. Oh yeah. So quali, maybe take like 10. Okay, I gotta take my gloves off here. MX5 Ohio. Or no, we'll call it Lexington. Quality. And then I'm not sure what we're going to need for the race fuel load. We'll see if we can get some fuel numbers here from practice. Okay, that's much better. See, and that's the problem, is unless you get the force feedback just right, it will feel like absolute shit. And then you get it right, and it feels really good. They should have done that for us so we could feel that and have it be that wow factor that they wanted it to be. But the problem is, once you get it working and you start enjoying the driving, then you notice all the other problems. I don't know if we'll really be able to highlight it here because I'm not sure if I'll be up to pace enough to pass any of the AI. But we'll definitely be able to show it at Sebring, which is the next track. They're running 36s. Shit. We got some fucking time to make up, man. Sure would like, you know, them like practice days and such. Pretty sweet if I could actually practice as in real life per se. Okay, let's see what we can do. That's a fast corner. I need to be taking that faster. Oh, I know what's wrong with my force feedback. I'm an idiot. I was just in iRacing, and I have it set to 540. If you have your wheel lock off for these cars, it screws everything right up. This might be a bit faster, but it's not anywhere near 36. So we knocked like 3 seconds off. Okay, so let me quickly pause this and get my Moza pit house open and get it back set to 900. There we go. Maybe take this down one. Okay, so we're gonna have to like get fast all of a sudden here. Let's see if we can adjust any of this to make us a little bit better at reading the corners. Maybe pull in a bit here. Move our seat back a wee smidge. Right there. We're not really centered, are we? There we go. Give us a bit more room to see out the window. Doubt it will do much. Let's see if that helps at all. Okay. Qualifying. Probably won't do well here. We're gonna the best track in this series for us is Sebring, and it's the last track. We did the school layout of Sebring as the first or second track, and we screwed it by jumping the start, or we would have had first in that one. There we go. I can't tell if there's a car in my mirror or not. I think we got out before all the other AI did. Maybe I just roll through that hill in third. Okay, a little something like that, perhaps.
Timing started. Every second matters.
There we go, that was better. Remembered it this time. This guy's gonna clompede me. It's coming. Where's the penis music? Oh, never mind. We blew him away through there. It's so weird driving this thing without a round wheel. Oh, shit. No, that was gonna be off track, but it wasn't. That was still horribly slow. Shaved off like a second. The best we can hope for here is to just not take damage and get out clean. Turn, bitch. Not sure if that helped or not. Probably not.
Final 5 minutes.
Got it down to a 38, but still not much better. At least we get to use up all this qualifying session to help figure out the track layout here. Oh shit! Turn, baby! We're getting there. The funny thing is I used to be terrible at learning new tracks. If you guys want to be able to assimilate a new track and learn it quick, get yourself some MindLab Pro. It helps you so much with that kind of stuff. Use the link in Phil's description on X. You just got to go to his X page, and it's literally right there. It's the easiest way to get yourself some. And believe me, you don't want to ever race without it once you try it. It has a 100% money back guarantee, so you cannot go wrong giving it a try. Damn it, little bit better, but not enough to take a position. We need a 36. Let's just hope our race pace is better. I gotta get the right angle on that, so I gotta stop, so I don't need to lift. I'm losing so much on that exit by mistiming the apex, early apexing and then having to lift off.
60 seconds remaining.
This will probably be our last lap. Oh shit.
Check your flag this lap. Session's over.
Hey, we stole. Oh, damn it. We had 7th for like a fraction of a second there. It wasn't meant to be. Thank you, everyone tuning in. You guys are awesome. Hit that like, hit that repost. We really appreciate everyone tuning in.
Probably going to need to take a look at the setup between now and the race and find some pace.
Oh, we're going to have to look at the setup because I suck. Yeah. One thing we probably could do to the setup, to be honest, is lower the thing. Just to get some less drag on it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe get a bit more speed out of this bitch. Oh, how much fuel do we need? 8 laps. What were we running per lap? So almost. So we're gonna need like, I'll go with 11 just to be safe. Ooh, that's a really frontward facing bias. Might be why we can't rotate the cars too well. There we go. A little tweaky poo here and there. Okay. Now we just need a little tokey poo for God and country. Let's give some shout outs here. Demographic Destiny, Eric Chuvatsa, the architect himself. Thank you all for tuning in, you guys. Okay, so here we just got a not wreck. Because we're not going to probably be able to win this. Probably won't even be able to get a decent position unless our race pace is just ahead of where our quali pace was. But our number one goal is to come out of here without damage.
Good luck, mate.
I mean, I'm playing PMR, so I'm going to get brain damage, but I mean like vehicle damage. We want to try to avoid that. Okay, who's going to penis music me first? Where is the sound of the penis slapping the thigh? No, it's not. It's just a car going by. It is the penis music of the night. Oh, we had a substantial exit there. There we go. Now she's feeling better. She feeling better. We got her dialed, boys. Oh, I'm coming, baby. I'm fucking coming, baby. Get back here so I can show everyone how retarded you are. So remember, this is on authentic. We're playing on the hardest AI that you can have in this game. This was the way the game was meant to be played, they said, without restarts and all of that. But again, I would like to see them add like practice days, like so you can buy track time. Oh shit, we understeer, baby. Okay, we had the fastest sector 1 there. That's a hard sweeping corner right there. Oh shit! I'm not sure if this AI is gonna dick music me as soon as I try to pass it, so we're gonna have to line up the pass of all passes if we're gonna go for it. Oh shit! See if we can get a better exit out of this corner here and get him. Oh, I don't know if we got it. It was a good exit, but the draft isn't going to pull us in, I don't think. Oh, shit! Oh, we passed him, but now look. See, he's just gone. He's like, I'm in a race? I forgot about that. I'm just going to not race anymore. He's just gone. And every AI I pass will do that. I'm a white bitch! See, look how far they've fallen off. Like, you're telling me they're still on their same pace?
Got a ping, we're fastest car on track.
So we're the fastest car on track now. This is kind of the next issue that the game has, at least at this level. We'll see once we get into higher and faster classes of cars. But I'm pretty sure you guys can see what I mean. Like, we're gapping the guy in last like crazy. The guy in 7th is starting to fall off. I don't think we got the run to get around this guy here. Like, look how far they've fallen off now, you guys. When they were holding with these guys just fine until we passed them. So what's up with that? What is up with that? Because, yeah, I'll say it's fun when you're chasing them. But then as soon as you get around them, the battle's done. And it just ruins it. Like, all the immersion just gone. Ian Bell's fart. Best AI in any sim ever, motherfucker. New benchmark, bitches. Okay, I'm thinking 4th is the way to go through there. There we go, downshift into 3rd for that. There we go, we learning at a geometric rate, motherfucker. MindLab Pro turns you into fucking Skynet Pro, bitches. Oh, shit. That's crazy fast. Jesus, dude. Oh, fuck. Somehow we've gotten ourselves up into 5th from last. And everyone we pass, see what I mean? They're just gone. They're like, oh, I forget that I'm in a race now, per se. I got passed, so I'm just going to fall off and cut myself back here. Doesn't matter what position the car is in. As soon as we get around them, they're just gone. 2 laps to go. Can we get third? But yeah, even if I were to pass third, same thing, they would fall off. If I were to pass second, same thing, they'd fall off. Like, look how far back they are now. It's just crazy, man. It's like they don't want to render them or something, so as soon as you pass them, they're just gone. Or the AI is that bad that they can't implement it, so it'll keep up with you in battle yet because it's just horrendous or something. But it's a really weird thing to see. It's like the most passive AI you could ever imagine. Like, even if you turn Le Mans aggression onto low, they will do a better job at keeping up a battle with you than that. And remember, this is supposed to be the best AI in sim racing, the new benchmark. Better than iRacing, better than Le Mans. To me, that's not overhype. That's not overpromising. That's straight up deceptive business practices and fraud. Because people would have bought the game based off that statement. People who have been really looking forward to a single player career mode. Maybe the people who don't race online much. Blew that one. Should have went through in third, not fourth. I thought I'd try it. This is our last lap, but fourth is way better than we thought we were going to do here. So I'll take it. I don't think we got the run to get him. See, if the AI could like actually battle you and keep up with you and stuff, that could be fun. But you guys see the issue with it where it just falls right off as soon as you pass it. What's up, Ashley? Love you too, sis. Playing the new sim racing game that just came out to massive controversy. Borderline, no, I'd say straight up fraud. It's one that we have been actively promoting on X. Released, absolute disaster. So we are here playing it, going through it, seeing what we can take out of it. And having fun. Thank you guys for just hitting 1,000 views. If you guys are just joining us on X, hit that like, hit that repost. Helps us out a lot. So one thing we can see there is the AI has decent pace. It seems to have okay awareness, better than it was. But now the big issue is as soon as you get around it, it literally has amnesia and forgets it's even a race car driver, and it's just like, ugh. That's the new problem, is you get around it and it just forgets that it's racing you. So that is now a real big problem because it's like intense. You're chasing the guys, you're trying to pass them, you get around them with a good move, and then they're just gone out of your rearview mirror. So it's like, what's the point? It doesn't matter who you pass, what position they're in, what pace they're running prior to passing them. As soon as you make that move, it's just like they literally forget they're racing you. And that to me is the next big issue here. So let's go ahead into Sebring. What is the Johnson Club circuit? Like, is this the Wiener Club circuit? I've never raced the Johnson Club circuit. Nor did I ever think something called a Johnson Club would exist outside of the Epstein Island, but it's apparently here on the racetrack. Oh, I got a $0 repair, but I can't race until I repair my $0 repair. Okay, got it. Okay, Johnson Club, where are we, boys? We know every square inch of Sebring, so we should be okay. Because even the school circuit, I don't know very well. And we were still able to do just fine there. So we could probably just use our Sebring profile here. Probably. So we're going to use our Sebring profile. That's what we're going to do. I'm just responding to a couple comments on the video, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, there. Just was responding to some comments on the videos. Thank you guys for engaging with us here. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm not exactly sure what this layout is. It looks like bigger than the school circuit. But once I got the force feedback dialed in and the graphics settings not looking like a washed out lump of shit hit my monitor, this Sebring scan is actually decent. I'd say better than Le Mans and better than iRacing. Where the fuck am I? Okay, hold up. So this was set up for when we had our gain much lower. And now we have our gain turned up. We don't need that much boosted strength signal. Mucho better. So where are we coming out here? I'll get my bearings. Okay. Bit of a weird layout, but we'll be okay here. See, like, you guys can see that. I'm sure you can see the wheel. Like, as I'm holding it lightly, there is a lot of detail in the force feedback, but you've got to set it up yourself, essentially. But, like, once you get it dialed in, I'm not going to take away from the game. It has amazing force feedback. I've just went back to iRacing to get ready for next weekend's 24 Hours of Spa. And I'm not going to lie, the iRacing force feedback now feels so bland. And I love iRacing. I think it's the king of all sims, but I'm not going to lie. We are 100% authentic with what we do here. Even if what we say may not be the popular thing, we're going to say it because it's true. The force feedback here, when you get it working, is very good. Especially if you play this, then go back to iRacing. You will feel how good it is. It's just a shame that it's been completely frickin' wasted. Another thing it does well is it doesn't over-exaggerate the trail braking. One thing I could say iRacing is a little over-exaggerant on is the trail braking. Like, you tap the brake and you can just start rotating the car like a top if you have some really good pedals, and you can just use some really sensitive touch on the pedals. Here, it's not so exaggerated. It's not like you're going to visually see the trail brake so much. So there are things that it does well, but it has just been packaged in such a terrible way, released in such a terrible state, that it's never going to be able to benefit off of what it does well. And I don't think it will ever recover, because I truly believe they need to get sued. Regardless of the good things that are in this game, they committed fraud. And again, that's why it's sad, because the force feedback in here, the physics of the driving model, not the damage, are actually pretty good. So these guys are probably running quali tank numbers, because that's faster than snot, man. These guys can't get around me. Behind us, we're faster than them. So that must have been a quali lap they were doing. So our race pace, we should be okay, I'm assuming, since we're literally blowing them away. And we're hardly using any fuel, so we're probably very overloaded on fuel right now. I agree 100%, dude. Tracks like the Nordschleife. Oh, we got dick smack. What the fuck? Where'd that guy come from? What were we trying to say? Oh, yeah. Tracks like the Nordschleife, bro, are like not even accurate. I haven't tried Imola yet, but the inclines and stuff on the Nürburgring aren't even fucking accurate. The bumps and stuff, like the track surface of Sebring, feels very good here. Like, you can feel every bump in a way more detailed way than in iRacing. But you go to something like the Nürburgring, and it doesn't even feel like you're driving on the real fucking track. So I'm wondering if that's going to carry over. Like, if the damage from practice is going to carry over. Because we just got the dick smack love tap. But yeah, I'm trying to let you guys see like how much activity is going on in the wheel. Especially when the ABS kicks in, like it feels very good. But please, don't take anything I am saying as a promotion to buy this game. Do not buy this game. It's 2 years away minimum from being ready if it doesn't get absolutely sued into the ground. And I wouldn't be mad if it did get sued because I believe what this represents is a bigger danger to gaming than what positivity this game could add to sim racing, if that makes any sense. So we need a very light tank here. We'll go with like 5 liters. What the shit? That better not have saved over our driving. Did it? Oh, probably. Oh, well. We can readjust the fuel. Okay. Let's see what we can do in quali here. Oh, look at this AI. It's just like done. What the fuck was that, bro? Dude just had a coronary in the pit lane. He still isn't going, I don't think. Get an idea of how much fuel we're going to need for the race here. I don't think it's going to be much. I hope if they get sued or if this game fails, like maybe iRacing can buy the fucking 720 hertz feedback off them or something. See, the reason why I say this game's like 2 years away minimum from being ready is because they should have had all these force feedback profiles ready to go within at least 95% or 90% even, let's play devil's advocate, of being like at their optimal. And the way they do that is by getting people to test with different wheelbases and dial it in and take a good amount of time to do that. So when the game launches, people can experience it right away. They don't have to fiddle with shit. Do car setups properly, where your rake angle isn't fucking backwards and the front of the car isn't pitched up on like 90% of your setups. Or before they fixed the tires not activating, the issue with the tires was they were too fucking hard. Like the pressures were ridiculous, that the tires literally couldn't heat up. Like stupid shit like that, where it's like if they had have just gotten people who knew what they were doing to help them with a few things, the game could have launched better. The problem is the AI would have never been where they said it was at, and that was always going to be the lie. And I think they were counting on the driving model and the force feedback wowing people so much that they kind of forgot about that. Okay, so we need to come out of there in second. So we're on our third lap. We've only used about half of our fuel. Oh shit! There we go, we timed that downshift perfect. The game is performing better in terms of frame rate. This is on almost everything is on ultra and high. And this is 4K with no downscaling. I could not run everything on ultra and high in iRacing, nor could I in Le Mans Ultimate. But then again, these are smaller grids. Oh shit, we tinned it. Don't hit the wall, don't hit the wall. Ah, fuck. You know what? I'm going to take that qualifier. Let's just return to the pit. How do we do this? So we want to go next. We're going to take that last lap qualifier.
We're going to have traffic to deal with at the start of the race.
Because we know that our race pace is going to be just fine. We're just off qualifying wise. So 8 laps. Let's see what it says. So it's only 0.7 per lap. So we're going to do 10 just to be safe. Just to be safe. Maybe knock the preload down just a bit on the diff. Okay. Let me have a drink here and smoky poo before we get going. Oh. What will be a good test is when my new PC build is here. We're just waiting on all the parts to show up, and then I'm going to be getting it built. But it's going to be a Ryzen 9 or a Ryzen 7 9800X 3D build. It's going to be like an absolute top of the line rig that you could build, and we'll see how it does with this game. Raymond Kezer, thanks for tuning in. Kyle N, thank you for joining us. We're just about at 1400. All right, let's see if we can do the same kind of magic that we did on Lexington. I mean, mid-Ohio. Very mid-Ohio.
Yeah, good start. Remember to keep the nose clean in turn 1.
And no rolling starts is so fucking dumb. Okay. You see how hard and tight they race. And then as soon as you get around them, it's like they just stop doing that. It doesn't make any sense. Fuck, these guys are fast here. I don't know if we're going to catch them. Maybe their quali pace was nearer to the race pace than I thought it was. Oh, fuck, they're just going, bro. We had the fastest sector one, so we might be able to gain on them if we can keep this up. We had an okay Sector 2, but it wasn't the fastest Sector 2. The purple on Delta bar represents us having that fastest sector for the lap. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Damn it, we really lost real estate on that one. 5 laps, we might just be outgunned here. Let's hope our damage bill isn't too extensive. But I don't think we have a setup that's going to keep us up to pace here. I thought we would be closer race pace, but no. So that's another thing. Like I said, you have to do all the setups yourself. Not just for the force feedback, like the cars too. If they had like decent built-in fixed setups, that would be a different thing, but they don't. We got so far away from us when we made that mistake. I think this is the last track in this championship, and then we're going to see where we finish, what we get. And then it's where do we go from here? Yeah, they're just running away at this point. I'm thinking what we need to do is we need to change the setup to have more rake. Like more downforce through the angle of the car's rear end as opposed to the front. It's called the rake angle of the car. I don't feel like this is a track that would really benefit from having a setup with low drag or low downforce. This is probably a setup where you want, or a track where you want more downforce. Forgot to go down into second there. Had serious understeer through that because of third gear. We definitely did our best lap here with a 15.1. So we got our pace down a bit, but we just aren't quite there. But that's what it's going to be like on 100% authentic. Some tracks will do better on than others. And I'd rather have it in that way mirror real life than just have it be so easy that we're winning every track. Because that's not the kind of game I want to play. The reason why I was enticed into this career mode was because of the authentic aspect of it. But I was really blown away that they don't have like practice days or practice weeks or track weeks where you can go and buy time and run your car on the track. I really thought they'd have something like that where it could be realistic in the way where you might pay for the track time, you might get there, you might not get as much time as you would like on the track because of other people, that kind of stuff. I think they're running like maybe 12s.
White flag, final lap. Stay sharp and finish strong.
Maybe I'm supposed to be rolling through more in third and using momentum rather than trying to use second gear. Second gear is the definite best gear to go through there, and I know that. So we were also too heavy on fuel, so we can take out 4 liters the next time we do this one. We did have a few sectors where we were the fastest sector of the race on both sector 1 and 2, not sector 3. And I think we're going to hit our fastest lap with a 14 there.
Some fast guys in this series.
Okay, so that's better. So they're running about 14 flats and some high 13s. So we just need to get down a little bit. We're not super duper far away there, but we just weren't where we needed to be more competitive than that. But again, that's real life. Sometimes you're going to do better than other times because maybe you'll go to a track you know, other times you don't know the track. So that is the aspect of an authentic career mode, like I said, that I was attracted to want to get into this game. Oh, so I guess we've learned that practice and quality damage don't carry over. But as I was saying, that's what enticed me into this game, was that it was going to have this authentic career mode with like super fucking awesome AI that was going to be like the new benchmark of AI. And that's what really made me want to buy it. And I think that, in a way, is why a lot of people wanted to buy it. $0. Okay, so I think that's why, in my opinion, it's not just overhype. It's not just overpromising. We're talking about deceptive practices here. Like, this is straight up fraud. So with that said, I'm wondering if we go back into the Miata event or if we upgrade a car, because we could buy another car. But we're not going to have much monies if we buy a really expensive car, so we need to kind of keep it cheaper, deeper. The Viper's chip. Alpine GT4's chip. The Camaro's chip. Oh, they got a Supra in here? The Mustang is cheap, the GT4 Mustang. Let's go with the GT4 Mustang, because I can at least compare this car to the iRacing one and other models of GT4s that I've driven. So we still got 467,000. So we're not going to like screw ourselves that way. So GT4 World Championship. 57 big ones. Brianza, okay. So we'll do our first GT4 race, and then this will be the end of the stream. Not too sure what Brianza is. Brianza, what the fucking hell is that? Mary Lou Singleton, thank you for tuning in. Nico J, Christopher Tolson, Zaya, So It Goes. Thank you guys for tuning in. A lot of return viewers. We are back, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's see, where are we at here? I think this is Monza. Yeah, the map looks like Monza. I have not driven the GT4 here in this game. I've not driven the GT4, I should say, period. But I have not driven a GT4 on this track either. I've driven GT4s in Assetto, and I've driven them in iRacing, obviously. What are y'all bitches doing? Okay, the AI is just literally stopping in the pit lane, dude.
Hammer down now.
Okay. The force feedback on this is actually really good. So I will make sure to show that profile. Whoops. Pooch that section. The only cars that I'm up to speed on in Monza are the GT3 class, though, so I don't know how I'm going to do in this thing. Oh, fucking shit. Okay. Okay. What kind of setup we got on this thing here? The rake angle is quite extreme. What kind of wing is on this thing? A 3-degree wing? Come on, bro. Try a 4. So no one's put up a time yet, it looks like.
Hammer down now.
57. That seems fast in a fucking GT4, man.
You've got 5 minutes left.
This is what I mean by I don't really understand the career mode, because they don't give you like practice days or track days where you can go and practice. It just throws you into 8-minute practice, 8-minute qualifier race. Like, you don't really have any way to get up to pace before the races. Those curbs feel really good. Oh, y'all slow, motherfucker. Get out of my way, dude. Oh, dick punching. Oh, he dick punching me for no reason. What the shit? What the fuck was that, bro? Oh, they have so fixed the AI. Let's replay how fixed the AI is there. Not sure what just happened to my life. Oh, there was a car there, and then he just starts like... That's hilarious. They could really do with, like, having a fucking spotter, dude, because these guys just go right in on you. That's some funny shit. Maybe the differential's too high. 12 laps is not going to be that much fuel. So we only need about... We'll go with 15 laps of fuel. Okay.
Clear of pit lane.
Only 2 minutes of practice left. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Ah! Oh, they've so fixed the AI. Feel like the wheel lock is not right with this car. And that's the other thing. It would be nice if they told you, like, what wheel lock each car is supposed to be. Or at the very least, have the wheel lock set. Like, that's so dumb. Oh, we missile dicked into there. We're gonna get sent back to Mazda Miata land. Like, why is it doing that? What is going on with this car, bro? It really feels like the wheel lock is fucked. Like it's not like matching up. I don't know how to describe it. So for practice, we're only going to want a little bit here. It's like the input that I'm doing is causing more input than it should be, if that makes any sense. And this is what I mean. Like, they should have at least had the frickin' wheel lock stuff figured out. That might be better. We'll see.
Hammer down now.
So the force feedback on this car feels really good, but it doesn't feel right. Like, the car doesn't feel right. GT4s are not this hard to drive. They're not squirrely out the ass like this. But I might have just fixed it with the wheel lock. And that's what I'm saying, is like, people can't experience the game that you're trying to get them to experience when you have it set up so piss poor. Like, look, now I'm not losing the back end on every corner because it's not set up wrong in the wheel lock range where I'm inputting my wheel input and it's amplifying it because the wheel lock isn't matching. It's really almost like they wanted it to fail. Like, look at the difference on that corner. The car was undrivable until I made that small little change. And that's essentially Project Motor Racing in a handbasket. Now this car feels actually pretty damn good. Shouldn't be a terrible lap. We'll see. 2 minutes, we can get that down, I think.
Session ends in 5 minutes.
Damn it, I screwed that up. Oh, I shouldn't have shifted down. Damn it. Keep her off the wall. Okay, we'll take that qualifier. So, just for everyone, for this car, there is how I would set this car. It feels good. I'm going to experiment with rack feel, but you don't need to adjust that. You could leave that at 1. And actually, I'm going to leave it at 1 because I don't want to screw around with it too much. So what did we use for fuel there? 3.2 liters per lap. We're looking at 12 laps, so it's going to be a good-sized amount of fuel here. Go 40 liters just to be safe.
Bad luck, mate. Some tough cars out there. We'll need a good game plan.
So we weren't exactly last. Okay, let's see what we can do in GT4.
Focused.
We just hit 2,100 viewers. Thank you guys so much. Oh God, what is the fucking chicane at Monza gonna be like? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Where are we going, boys? I feel like everyone's about to fucking stuff it here, so let's get ready. Oh shit. Oh, it's a traffic jam. Come on, boys. This ain't how we supposed to be race car driving here. Oh, that guy just said fuck it. Okay, that AI just like committed suicide. Interesting. Oh yeah, there we go. That feels really good. That little increase to this force feedback strength. Perfect. So this is exactly how you would want to set this car up for it to be able to be drivable and enjoyable to drive. I gotta stop rushing the downshifts. I'm killing myself with that. We're still not out of it. We can catch them. I just gotta stop doing the things I know not to do and we'll be okay. Oh, fuck! Damn it. At least we didn't get any damage there, and we actually gained a couple positions. It's just we're so far off the other cars now, but we do have a good amount of time. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch them or not. Damn well going to try. But we ain't last, and we didn't take any damage. So those are all the important things. 20th is only 6 seconds up the road. The other ones might be so far gone we might not catch him, but we might get him. Depending on our pace here, what it's like compared to our quali pace, race pace wise, and what these guys are running. Okay, we had the fastest sector one. Oh, fuck. What happened there? Man, the physics seem really inconsistent sometimes. Like, you can repeat the same maneuver, and the car will not react the same way sometimes. Like, there's inconsistencies in it. It's really weird. Well, now we sure as hell ain't catching them. But I don't think we took any damage from that. So since we have rolling billboard, we'll make some money. See, that's what it does well, this game, is you can roll right over curbs, which is how it works in real life. If you listen to real drivers of these cars in real life, these are big, heavy machines. They don't get sent to the moon when they go over a little curb. See, like, I turn in there, and now the car is just, like, out of control. Last time, like, I don't get it. And to me, that's something that you should never see in a fucking simulation game, is inconsistency in the physics. Like, how do you fix that? That sounds like something very fundamentally wrong. And this is exactly why we're playing it. Is because we want to see all the issues the game has, and you can't see them unless you play the game. You can find like one maybe positive thing in the driving model and the force feedback when it's being consistent, I mean the driving model. But then you see 10 things that are just like absolutely disgustingly bad. Like the inconsistency in the driving model. The tires sometimes just don't activate on the right side, and the ones on the left just get out of control hot. See there, we did the same thing through there as last time. No issue. Same thing through there. No issue. See, for me, that's the biggest issue of the game, is if it's got inconsistencies in the physics and handling, then how the hell do you come back from that or fix that? Like, why is the car just going to... like, it can't even take that corner. That just don't seem right to me. The first couple laps, we were doing it just fine. But now it's like every time we touch that corner, the car's just gone. And if it's something I'm not doing right, then it's very hard to figure that out because I don't have any real practice time before the frickin' race. We're supposed to dial in the force feedback ourselves. We're supposed to make the setups ourselves. But we only get 8 minutes of practice before the race. Like, make that make sense. Oh, it almost did it there, too. Like, what the fuck, bro? I feel like it's something to do with the weird tire heat dynamics. Because our front right is steady at 50 Celsius. While our other tires are getting hot. So, it might not be inconsistencies in the physics. It might just be fucked up reaction because our tire temps are so off of what they're supposed to be. Like, that curb sound is awesome. It feels really good. Like, literally, I can't turn in there. The car spins as soon as I turn in. It is so bizarre, man. I cannot go through that corner without it spinning. And I'm wondering if it's something to do with our front tire not coming up to temp on the right side. And these are all the things that are really, really sad because there is something good in it. It's just no one's ever going to see it. No one's ever going to get to experience it on a really high level because the company's absolutely ruined themselves and any future this game may have had. Let's see if we just can't go through there as fast. Maybe we're just not respecting this game's ultra realism here. Okay, maybe it's just us. But then it's just like our delta just shits the bed. Actually, no, that wasn't a terrible lap. So, yeah, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm trying to drive the car too hard. Because, like, it worked in the first couple laps, and then it just stopped working. So is that just me being punished for not driving the car proper and just beating the shit out of the tires? Which, if it is that, then that's a good thing. And I have no problem admitting it's my fault. It's just we're trying to learn here. With everyone knocking on the game saying it's really not simulation, it's not realistic, it's arcade. I was figuring I could just whip through there, but no, you can't. It worked for 2 laps, and then the tires just were not going to cooperate with me. But as soon as I start trying to respect the tires and drive the car properly, it's fine. So maybe it was me. And if we're going to really understand where this game is bad and where it's good, we have to be willing to admit where we're not right at times and where we make mistakes and where we are learning. Because you know us, we're authentic. We say the truth. We say no matter what it is, we are always going to tell you guys the truth. Even if it's not popular. And right now, I think people are really having a hard time seeing anything this game does well. because they just don't want to say anything good about it. And I can understand that. I feel like I've got to be very careful because I don't want anyone getting fooled into buying this.
Halfway in.
The best way I could put it is, even with the things it does well, even once you start to figure out the driving model and how to set your force feedback, these are things that should have been done before we ever got the game. These are things that should have been done by the developer. The AI being so far away from being even close to decent AI, let alone the very best in all of sim racing. Things like that, you just can't say that shit and then walk away and leave it like this is what you meant. This is the best AI in the world. This right here. No, that's a straight up lie and that's fraud. And that needs to be dealt with. Whether that was Ian Bell directly or whether that was Straight 4 Studios telling him to say these things, whatever happened, it needs to be figured out and accountability needs to be laid out. Because if we don't do something about it, these kinds of things will just keep happening in sim racing. Like, look at Rensport. Look at this. Absolute scam, fraud job pieces of shit that should not exist in this year, in this day and age. See, I almost did it there again. If you come in and you overload the tires, the car's not going to be as compliant through the corner, and it's going to be more likely you're going to lose the car. Now, I don't know if this is realistic with GT4s. I'm just telling you what I'm experiencing and learning as we go here. I do know that GT4s are not really thoroughbred race cars like GT3s. I think we need to go down to first for that. And we still have too much fuel, so we're going to be able to learn from that. 4 laps to go, and we have 17.3 liters remaining. Starting to figure it out now. I think it was my error. I think I was pushing way too hard on the tires. Damn, lost some time through there. Definitely figuring out the handling model of this car. Three laps. Oh man, that is freaking crazy. When you get a good race in that, man, it's like unmatched. Like, I don't understand why they just didn't cut that out of iRacing and make that NASCAR 25. Like, the NASCAR and oval implementation in iRacing is just unmatched. Like, watching my dad do it as he's been getting into it, it just gives me so much respect for the way they simulate the oval, the aerodynamics, like the draft. Like, it's all so well done. We might actually not have enough fuel. Came in there way too hard, loaded up on the tires too hard, and we could not make the corner. I'm not sure if it's too punishing or if other games are too lenient. Like, I don't know. What we would need is someone who actually races in real life to really sit down with this game and figure out the force feedback, get the car and the force feedback set up right so they can really judge if the tire model is more or less accurate than what other sims are out there now. Because it's definitely different, the tire model. I'd say the driving, the force feedback, very similar to iRacing and mixed with, like, Le Mans. Like, the best of both. But the force feedback is miles beyond more detailed than even iRacing, and I can say that with confidence because I just went into iRacing to start warming up for the 24-hour spa. And the wheel feels so numb in iRacing now compared to this. But I can't comment on whether the tire model is more realistic because I don't do this in real life. I can definitely say it's different than other sims because I race other sims. What I can't say is if that's more realistic or less. I'm going to bargain that it is less because the way my outside tires just never want to gain heat. And the way that the ones on the inside are always like getting overloaded. I feel like something's not right there. Like, it's taken this whole 11 laps just to get my right front thinking about getting to 70. See, we loaded them up too much. the right or the front left, we load it up too much and we lose the car. Like, I can't see it being that sensitive, like in real life. I really can't. Wow, you can feel crazy detail over the dirt. But I just can't see that being what's real. I can't. I'm sorry. It seems a little touch too sensitive, in my opinion. I feel like your inside tires are too sensitive to gaining heat, and your outside tires are not sensitive enough to building up heat. And I feel like that weird dynamic in tire temperature is the last thing that's really screwing with how this is supposed to feel and how these cars are supposed to react. But again, that's the kind of thing we would need like a real race car driver to be able to judge. It actually looks like we were bang on with our fuel numbers. Like, you see what I mean? My front right is already about to dip out of 60C. Like, you can't build temp in those outside tires. And I feel like you build too much temp on your inside tires. If this game was actually set up by people who knew what fucking race cars were like and shit, like, not just in the physics sense, but in the setup sense and in how tires react, this could have been a decent sim. Like, I didn't think that as much as I do now, especially after I went into iRacing and then came back to this. And I was like, wait, okay, there really is something there in the force feedback and driving model. And if you don't believe that, if you have this game already and if you play iRacing regularly, try it yourself. Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, we earned 70 G's for like $7,000 for last place. I'll take that, sir. Northampton is next. So tomorrow we will be back into iRacing. We're going to be back into iRacing getting ready for the 24 hours of Spa. And then once we're done that, we will be back to the career mode to keep on plugging through. But right now, I think we've highlighted the most serious issues in this game. Once you get through the fucked up deployment of how to initiate the force feedback for every car and track, if they have had that already done on the back end, it would have been great. But put that aside. Once you figure that out, the driving model comes alive. The force feedback feels very good, and I'm someone who plays iRacing a lot. And Le Mans I used to play a lot. And I can tell you, the force feedback in this, the way you feel the road, the bumps, all of that is a level beyond iRacing. I just finished iRacing before I started the stream, so I can tell you 100%. You dial it in, this is miles beyond iRacing force feedback. But then it opens up all the other problems in this game. The AI, once you get around it, it just forgets it's even racing you. It's just like, peace. I'm done. I'm going to go kill myself because you passed me. That sucks. It really hurts the engagement and the action and the adrenaline in the race. Secondly, and I think this is probably the biggest issue right now, is there's something wrong with the tire model. The tires are not properly building temp on the outside, and they're building too much temp on the inside. And that is causing a lot of inconsistencies in the car's handling from one lap to the next. And these are things that, again, should have been done before the game launched. It's minimum 2 years away from being ready. And for them to be acting like, oh, we just are going to fix these things as we go is utter fraud. Because they said this game was done. This is a 1.0 release. This is a throwback to when games didn't need a patch after the launch. Blah, blah, blue, 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 blue. Ian Bell's fart. And it just was not that at all. It was so deceptive in so many fucking ways that I think they need to be sued or held legally accountable for it in some kind of way. But when you think about that, and then you think about, well, there is actually something fairly advanced here and decent, it's sad, and it only affects sim racing negatively because we're not going to get this where it should have been at when it launched and could have really been that next-gen step. So I think that's it. We'll be back tomorrow with iRacing, and I will see y'all then. Take care, boys.